What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Splitgate developers have been putting in an insane amount of work into this overall title. Seriously, I can't thank them enough for absolutely grinding throughout the whole holiday season. Seriously, because there were a lot of people who wanted to play this game, and from what I've seen in the AAA industry, it's very normal for developers to leave their games in, a completely unplayable spot where you can't even access the title and ditch it. Say bye-bye, holiday time, I'm gonna go relax, see you later. And can't really blame them, it's their vacation time. But these developers put the community first, just grinded throughout the whole holiday, and they are putting in absolute work. And as always, they're back on Twitter and discussing stuff with the community. So of course, as always, today we're going to go ahead and grind out all of the notes, basically everything that you guys should know, and also things that are planned for the future with future fixes. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. And also, just to let you guys know, I will not be streaming today. I know I said Monday through Saturday, but this Tuesday, today, I'm not going to be streaming, but I will be back again on Wednesday playing Splitgate 2. So of course, if you guys are interested, I got a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, over on Twitter, the CEO came out with a video post kind of describing the things that they're working on right now and, things that we should be expecting in the future. It was really good, and of course, I'll go ahead and leave a link to that down in the description of this video. But on the side, they actually put together a post with, kind of bullets of what the CEO was discussing, as you can see right here. The state of Splitgate 2 beta. Purchases have been restored and the system is working. If you're still missing items, contact support, link in bio. XP is now active. We've also turned on double XP. Sometimes XP is delayed, but it is still going through. The beta now supports players on Linux. We're working on a free survivor pack for all beta players. More info coming soon. Challenges are our next priority. When they're back up, we'll be increasing the tickets earned so people can still complete the battle pass in time. We are still working hard and we won't stop until we make things right. Thanks for your feedback, patience, and continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all fantastic news. First and foremost, I do want to, confirm that pretty much XP is tracking perfectly for me and basically everybody in my stream as well. It's on point, basically everything for your character down to the weapons. Of course, sometimes, like, stated in this post, it's delayed, but it always ends up catching up to itself. And I've also seen a huge increase in the amount of people using the Founder Pass skin. So I'm assuming, once again, the purchases are indeed finally going through, which, as always, is phenomenal. It's great to see everything's back on track. And from my personal viewpoint, everywhere I go now, as I stated before, no more complaints. I knew it was going to happen. It's always going to be a massive group of individuals who's just going to hate. But as I stated, once everything is smooth, it's just going to come down to whether this game is something that you enjoy or it's something you don't enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, that's completely fair. But all of the ridiculous, complaints were resolved in a handful of days. We can indeed grind out this game, unlock all of our stuff, and have a blast. And let me tell you, it is indeed a freaking blast. And my goodness, I know I stated this 1,000 times over, but I have to state it again. I am just amazed at how well it runs for the beta form. And of course, for everybody who was so worried about the developers ripping us off or something because the servers were gunked up day one, of course, they, again, are living up to their name and their reputation. This development team cares about the community. I've stated it 1,000 times, and I've had multiple people always try to, state otherwise, but they just can't stop posting proof, Not only are they going to go ahead and increase the ticket rate of the challenges, which of course is going to be a challenge of itself to fix in the first place. For those who don't know, apparently it's just messed up. It's gunked up down to the core fundamentals. They have to go to square one and practically recode the whole thing again. Which, again, I completely understand. Take your time, make sure it's good to go, and don't rush anything out. But I'm hoping that they do put the tickets to a reasonable price, because I feel like this isn't going to be something that is done within, the next day. Of course, as you guys know, I record my videos the day before. I'm recording this on Monday, so we'll see if the fix is out by Tuesday, but personally, I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be probably near the middle of this week or closer to the beginning of the weekend. We'll find out. But I don't think this is going to be something that can be rushed out so soon. But again, as long as they compensate with giving us higher ticket rates, It's perfectly fine, right? And then on top of that, they're also giving us a free bundle for going through all of this noise, which to me personally makes no sense at all. It's a beta. We literally all signed up to come into a beta and experience the game and help the developers polish everything off, iron things out, and make sure it's playable. And we're getting a free bundle because we are beta testing. I mean, I'm not angry about it, but I mean, these developers are fantastic. I mean, there's people who are so incredibly spoiled and self-entitled that they truly believe that joining a beta that has beta problems, they deserve extra. And the developers are willing to do that. I just want to say, like I said, it doesn't make much sense to me why we're getting this, but I'm not complaining. And for any hater out there, this should prove to you guys that they freaking care. Even though the game is in a beta state right now, they are still going to go ahead and give us free things just because of the minor inconveniences of not being able to, play the game right away in beta form. Like, these guys are absolutely goated in every way, shape, and form. And of course, for those who might be, craving Linux support, that's going to be coming into the game very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't end there. There's actually a couple more posts that are covering very important topics that I've seen people discuss within this community that I think, you guys will really enjoy hearing. First and foremost, a post by Joey asking, I still haven't gotten my Twitch drops yet, even though I redeemed them. And Splitgate responded saying, this is a known issue we are working to address as soon as possible. That's fantastic because, again, they did say that, a lot of the cosmetics are coming on through, but I guess they meant for the purchase cosmetics, not for the Twitch drops. And I've had a lot of people come through onto my stream saying that their Twitch drops aren't coming through. They said the cosmetics are here, but I still haven't received any of the drops that I've been watching for. It's good to know that it's, a current problem. They are aware of it, and hopefully it will be resolved at some point in time so everybody can go ahead and get the content that they've been waiting for. And secondly, this is a pretty juicy one by Yasuk saying, I want to turn crossplay off and no PC. And Splitgate responded saying, this is known and we'll be working to get it out when we can. Now, I am a tiny bit worried. Hopefully, it won't really disrupt the queue times, because the queue times are so crispy right now. I mean, you're barely waiting to get into a lobby at all, no matter what game mode you choose, 4v4 or 8v8v8. And I'm hoping that 8v8v8 doesn't, dwindle out with some of these changes coming, into the near future, because I love that game mode. And it will suck if it takes 5 to 10 minutes to fill it up because, the community is so split. So keep my fingers crossed that that won't be a problem. But I know that is something that people have been asking for because, for the first time in a long time, I think that this game is definitely pointed more so towards the mouse and keyboard community. A lot of games nowadays definitely are more so controller based, minus tax shooters, of course. But, you got COD, Halo, all these different games, definitely more so controller centric. But here we are with a game that is kind of like Halo, but instead of it being more so controller-based, it actually, seems to be great for a mouse and keyboard. And I can see the annoyances to have to go up against that if, you're just trying to kick back and relax and you're not really grinding out to try to, be the best of the best in the game and be super hyper competitive. You just want to hop on a little bit. I can see why you would want to turn that off. So hopefully, that freedom will come to a lot of the player base very shortly, because that is going to be something that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, this is the freaking communication that we have all been waiting for. I mean, my goodness, it's only been a handful of days, and this team has just put in so much work in communication and has really made this bond between community and devs so strong and solid that I just have so much hope and faith for this game. I really hope it shines. It's so unique, so interesting. I don't want to, go on a rant or, anything right now, because I have so many different videos planned that I want to do discussions with you guys. But it's just a great game. And I want to see success for something that's trying to build from the ground up. There's so many massive games that are just monopolizing everything within gaming. And here we are with Splitgate, and it has such a unique concept. I hope that they can run with it, and I hope that people are actually willing to give it a true shot and not just, shrug it off and not even bother trying to use the portals. Just completely ignore them, say it's too annoying, and then just bounce. I hope people give it a legitimate shot, because once you actually really incorporate the portals into your playstyle, it becomes a ridiculous amount of fun. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. Splitgate 2, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Arc Raiders. You best believe you can hear every last bit of information, details, content drops, patch news, whatever is possibly going to come out. I'm going to cover it over on this channel. And, of course, last but not least, don't forget, guys, I'm not going to be streaming today, but I will be back on Wednesday to continue grinding out some more Splitgate 2. So if you guys want to hop into the open lobbies, chat it up with me, whatever you want to do, by all means, you can tune into the stream. I got a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next one. Peace out.